You're probably thinking Microsoft has AI all figured out with their Copilot features and OpenAI partnership, right?
Well, Elon Musk just filed a trademark for something called Macrohard. And trust me, I've spent weeks diving into this. What I found is going to completely change how you think about the future of software. Here's the twist. He's not trying to compete with Microsoft. He's trying to replace the entire concept of how software companies work.
Welcome back to bitbiased.ai, where we do the research so you don't have to. Join our community of AI enthusiasts with our free weekly newsletter. Click the link in the description below to subscribe. You will get the key AI news, tools, and learning resources to stay ahead.
So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly what Macrohard is, how it's fundamentally different from both Microsoft and Grok, and why Musk's track record suggests this might actually work. By the end, you'll understand why this could be the biggest shift in software development since the internet. First up, let's talk about what makes Macrohard so radically different from Microsoft's approach to AI. The fundamental difference. Here's where things get interesting. When most people think about Microsoft and AI, they picture Copilot helping you write emails or Azure AI services in the cloud. And that's exactly the point. Microsoft is taking its century-old empire and adding AI features on top. They're using AI as an assistant, an enhancement to what humans already do. But Macrohard? It's designed from the ground up to be something entirely different. Musk describes it as a purely AI software company, and I mean purely in the most literal sense possible. While Microsoft still employs massive teams of human engineers who write code, test software, and manage projects, Macrohard aims to replace that entire workflow with AI agents. Think about that for a second. Microsoft makes software for humans to use. Macrohard wants to be a software company run entirely by AI, creating software that other AIs and humans can use. It's not just a different product. It's a completely different philosophy about what a software company even is. Now, you might be wondering how this compares to what Microsoft actually does. Here's the thing that most people miss. Microsoft doesn't manufacture hardware. Yes, they make Surface devices and Xbox, but the actual manufacturing? That's outsourced. They're fundamentally a software and cloud services company. And that's precisely why Musk thinks an AI-only company can replicate what they do. As he put it, and this is where it gets wild, Macrohard could do anything short of manufacturing physical objects directly. So just like Apple outsources hardware manufacturing to Foxconn while focusing on design and software, Macrohard would outsource the physical world entirely and simulate everything else with AI. The agent architecture. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Let me show you how Macrohard actually works under the hood, because this is where the real innovation happens. Musk describes Macrohard as a multi-agent AI software company. Now, if you're not familiar with AI agents, stick with me because this is crucial. Instead of having one AI doing everything, Macrohard would use Grok, xAI's large language model, to spawn hundreds of specialized agents, each with its own expertise. Picture this. One agent handles front-end coding, another does back-end architecture, a third focuses on security testing, another manages documentation, and so on. These agents don't work in isolation either. They collaborate just like a human development team would, except they can work 24/7 without breaks, and they can scale up or down instantly based on what the project needs. Here's the part that really got my attention. These agents don't just write code and call it a day. They actually emulate humans interacting with the software in virtual environments. They test, they break things, they fix bugs, they iterate, all autonomously until the output meets quality standards. It's like having an entire QA department that never sleeps. Now compare that to Microsoft's approach. Microsoft builds discrete AI features. Copilot in Word helps you write. Copilot in Excel helps with formulas. Azure AI provides cloud services. These are powerful tools, absolutely, but they're still tools that enhance what humans do. The human is still in the driver's seat, making decisions, writing code, managing projects. With Macrohard, the AI agents are the company. There's no massive human engineering team getting enhanced by AI. The AI is the engineering team. And that's the fundamental shift that makes this so different from anything Microsoft is doing. Grok, Microsoft, and the gap Macrohard fills. Now let's talk about why Musk felt the need to create Macrohard in the first place, because this helps explain the bigger picture. You've probably heard of Grok, xAI's AI chatbot that launched back in November 2023. Musk positioned it as a more truthful, open-source alternative to ChatGPT, and it's been integrated into X, formerly Twitter, and even into Tesla's Optimus robot. But here's the thing. Grok is a tool. It's one AI, one chatbot, one model. It's powerful, sure. Grok 4 has native tool use and real-time search capabilities, but it's still fundamentally a single AI assistant. On the other hand, Microsoft is an incumbent platform with decades of legacy software, massive cloud infrastructure, and an enterprise customer base that spans the entire world. So here's the gap. Grok alone can't challenge Microsoft's software hegemony. It's like bringing a really smart person to a fight against an entire corporation. You need more than intelligence. You need infrastructure. You need scale. You need a complete ecosystem. That's exactly why Macrohard exists. It's designed to bridge that gap by taking Grok's technology and scaling it massively through this multi-agent architecture. In Musk's vision, instead of businesses buying traditional software packages, Word, Excel, operating systems, they would buy outcomes from Macrohard. Need a custom CRM system? The AI agents build it? Need a data analysis platform? The agents create it on demand. Microsoft's strategy, meanwhile, continues to be about partnering with OpenAI and embedding AI into their existing product ecosystem. They're taking a cautious, enterprise-centered approach, which makes sense when you have billions of dollars in legacy revenue to protect. But that caution also means they're not fundamentally rethinking what a software company could be. And this is where Macrohard's positioning becomes so interesting. It's not trying to beat Microsoft at their own game, building better versions of Office or Windows. It's trying to make that entire game obsolete by delivering software as an on-demand service created by AI agents, rather than as pre-built packages created by human developers. Musk's track record, why this might actually work. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds incredibly ambitious, maybe even impossible. And honestly, if it were anyone else proposing this, I'd be skeptical too. But here's the thing about Musk that you can't ignore. His track record of turning seemingly impossible ideas into reality. Let's talk about SpaceX for a moment. Back in the early 2000s, the idea of reusing orbital rockets was considered science fiction by most of the aerospace industry. Rockets were disposable. You used them once and they were done. But in March 2017, SpaceX successfully relaunched a previously flown Falcon 9 booster for the first time. They proved that orbital rocket reuse wasn't just possible, it was economically viable. And now? It's completely transformed the space industry and slashed launch costs by orders of magnitude. Or take Tesla. I remember when people were openly questioning whether Tesla would ever turn a profit. Traditional automakers were convinced electric vehicles would remain a niche market. Yet by 2020, Tesla's market capitalization exceeded Ford's and GM's combined. They didn't just prove electric cars could work. They forced the entire auto industry to pivot toward electrification. And it's not just those two. Neuralink is now conducting human brain chip trials, something that sounded like pure science fiction just a few years ago. Starlink has deployed thousands of satellites and is providing internet access to remote areas globally. Even the Boring Company, which started almost as a joke, has built functioning transit tunnels. The pattern here is important. Musk takes ideas that sound absurd, rockets that land themselves, mass-market electric cars, brain-computer interfaces, global satellite internet, and he makes them happen. Not always on the timeline he originally promises, sure, but he makes them happen. So when he proposes Macrohard, an entirely AI-run software company that can simulate Microsoft's scale and capabilities, it's worth taking seriously. Is it ambitious? Absolutely. Is it unprecedented? Completely. But given his track record of reforming spaceflight, automotive manufacturing, and satellite communications, an AI-driven software company doesn't seem as far-fetched as it might have a few years ago. The bigger picture. What this means for software. Here's what really fascinates me about this whole situation. Macrohard isn't just about creating another software company. It's about testing a fundamental hypothesis about the future of work and creation. The question Musk is really asking is this: can AI agents, working autonomously and collaboratively, match or exceed what large teams of human developers can do? And if they can, what does that mean for the entire software industry? Think about the implications for a moment. If Macrohard succeeds, it could fundamentally change how we think about software development. Instead of companies needing to hire and manage large development teams, they could potentially license access to AI agent swarms that build custom solutions on demand. The barriers to creating complex software could drop dramatically. Microsoft's approach of augmenting human developers with AI tools like Copilot is evolutionary. It makes existing processes better and more efficient. But Macrohard's approach is revolutionary. It proposes to eliminate much of the human-driven workflow altogether. That's not necessarily better or worse, but it is fundamentally different. And here's something else to consider. Musk has even filed a trademark for Macrohard that covers AI chatbots and speech software. This isn't just a thought experiment or a publicity stunt. There's real infrastructure behind this. xAI's Colossus supercomputer, the Grok AI model, and now a business framework designed to leverage all of it at scale. The reality is, we're probably looking at a future where both approaches coexist. Microsoft's model of AI-augmented human development will continue to serve the massive enterprise market that values stability, compliance, and incremental innovation. Meanwhile, Macrohard's fully AI-driven model might unlock new possibilities for rapid development, extreme customization, and maybe even entirely new categories of software we haven't imagined yet. So here's where we are. Microsoft is using AI to enhance its century-old software empire, keeping humans in control while making them more productive. Macrohard is attempting to build an entirely new kind of software company, where AI agents are the workers, the managers, and the developers, essentially automating the entire software lifecycle. Is it ambitious? Absolutely. Is it risky? Without question. But given Musk's history of making impossible ideas reality, it's definitely something worth watching closely. Whether Macrohard succeeds or fails, it's pushing the boundaries of what's possible and forcing the entire industry to think differently about the role of AI in software development. What do you think? Could AI agents really replace human development teams, or is there something fundamental about human creativity and problem-solving that can't be automated? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to hear your take on this. And if you found this breakdown valuable, make sure to subscribe, because I'll be tracking Macrohard's progress as this develops. This could be one of the most important experiments in AI and software development we'll see in the next few years. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.